Hi, my name is Ryan Sagar with SchoolRubric.com. At SchoolRubric, we believe that every school has a story to tell, and we help tell that story. Today, we go all the way to Bogotá, Colombia to tell the story of Knightsbridge Schools International, Bogota. We are joined with Wallace Ting, the director. Wallace, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Ryan. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Before we hear about your school, tell us a little bit about your story. How did you end up at Knightsbridge Schools International in Bogota?
Sure. I taught in the United States as a public school teacher for 7 years and decided to make the jump to international education in 2009. My first international post was as a math teacher at Colegio Jorge Washington, which was in Cartagena, Colombia, and I fell in love with the country. After a couple of years in Colombia, I spent some time in Guatemala and Nigeria because I had some administrative opportunities. And when the chance came up to come back to Colombia as a school director, I was very interested, and that's how I ended up at Knightsbridge.
So tell us a little bit about Knightsbridge Schools International. As far as, is it a day school, pre-K to 12? Give us a little bit of an overview of the actual school.
Sure. Well, our school itself serves students from pre-K all the way to American grade 12. So we've got the whole range. We also have a nursery that runs on site starting for 2-year-olds. And we also have a nursery in another site in the city of Bogota.
Wallace, so tell us a little bit about the academics at Knightsbridge Schools International.
Yeah, well, we've got a good mixture between local Colombian teachers and expatriate teachers. The majority of our core classes are, in fact, in English, and we are an IB World School. We're certified to offer the PYP and also the IBDP.
Terrific. We'd like to ask all our schools, what are the things that make their schools unique? What makes students, teachers, and parents excited about Knightsbridge Schools International?
Sure. Well, I think first of all, the location of the school is spectacular. We're located in the north side of Bogota, and even though Bogota is a very large city, we're kind of on the outskirts of the city, and so it's a very peaceful, naturey, green environment, and a lot of our students and teachers just kind of love learning in that time of space. Number two, we have very small classes. Our classes are between 10 to 12 students each, and that really allows our teachers to give some personalized instruction, really individualize their curriculums to suit the students' needs.
So tell us some of the challenges that you guys face at Knightsbridge Schools International.
Well, the international school market in Bogota is quite saturated, and so there's a lot of competition. And so that's a little bit of a challenge because we're a relatively new school, and we're trying to get our name out there. And a lot of these schools in the market in Bogota have been in the market 30, 40, 50 years. And so it's really a challenge for us to constantly go out there, let people know the great things that we're doing, let people know the exciting things that we're doing.
So those are some of the challenges. What are some of the positive things that you guys are doing at Knightsbridge Schools International to differentiate yourselves from the competition and get your name out to the public?
Well, I think that getting our name out in the public is just a function of us doing good things, getting good results, and getting ourselves out in the community. So we try to participate in a lot of fairs. We try to participate in a lot of conferences. We try to be helpful as well to others. And so we find when we're helpful, that kind of gets our name out there. We're also very focused on our results, in particular, university acceptances, in particular, how we do on our IBDP and our diploma retention rate or obtention rate. And we're also very focused on our ECFES results, which is the Colombian exit exam for seniors as they go to university. We're also looking to implement some interesting initiatives. As an example, in the last couple of years, we've implemented a computer coding club, and that's actually in concert with a startup that we've linked up with in London.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about this startup? What is that all
It's
about?
pretty cool. So, one of the benefits of being a worldwide organization as Knightsbridge is, our head office is located in London, and we've got schools all over the world, is that we're connected to kind of the latest and greatest initiatives out there. And so through our corporate headquarters in London, we were able to get hooked up with a UK startup that kind of offers online modules and online learning for computer coding, specifically geared towards kind of upper elementary and middle school students. And so we're in direct contact with the founders of the organization, and they're really helping guide us every step of the way to kind of launch that computer coding club at the school.
Well, Wallace, thank you so much for telling Knightsbridge Schools International story. What's your school story? Thanks again, Wallace.
You got it, Ryan. Thanks a lot.